And to the fans, thank you very much. Without you, we wouldn't be here. And now it's my honor to present to the Boston Celtics the 2024 Larry O'Brien Trophy and the NBA Championship.
Man, I got my oldest brother on here, man, Fred, man. We had to get on here. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics just won eight.
Nobody was gonna get in their way of that. Actually, I predicted them to win the championship. Once I saw the field and everything, I predicted Boston to win it. But I thought it was gonna be Boston and Denver in the finals, not Boston and Dallas. So that was the only thing. But I did predict Boston to win it. Matter of fact, I was just in Dallas this weekend, and I rode by the American Airlines Center, got some footage of the arena, and it's crazy. I thought it was gonna be a game 6, but it looked like it ain't. So man, but the D-time is nice, and shoot, Dallas did the unexpected, man. I didn't predict. I don't think a lot of people predicted Dallas to make it to the finals, make it this far.
I had either Denver or Minnesota going. That was my pick. So Dallas definitely will. First of all, shout out to Dallas for even getting there, because nobody had them even making it. Whoever they bet on Dallas making it to the finals made a lot of money. So shout out to that person right there, man. But shout out to Dallas for fighting and hanging in there.
I think it was. You never want to say it's a successful season when you lose, but I would say it was a successful season for Dallas. The trades that they made, because halfway through the season, they was barely around 500 halfway through the season. When they made those trades at the trade deadline and brought them guys in, everything switched for Dallas. And man, they was the best team in the Western Conference pretty much since that trade. And they proved it through. But I believe Dallas will. They got the potential to be back. I think Luka. I think before his career is said and done, I believe he will be an NBA champion. I do believe that. It's hard to get to this point, man. In all pro sports, man, when you get this far, man, you want to win it. You put so much into the season, from training camp to everything, the preseason to this point, you put so much into it, man. And to come up short, man, it's deflating, But somebody got to lose. You can only be one winner, And Boston was the best team this NBA season. They was the best team from game 1 to now, to this game 5 of the NBA Finals. They was the best team in the league. But
I'm gonna have to agree with that. I feel like Luka will eventually get one for sure. I feel like this should have overachieved for sure. They definitely overachieved, especially by beating Minnesota, in the conference finals. Definitely achieved, but I just feel like they went up against a solid, strong team. I was telling guys at work that the Celtics got the ideal team you want. They got 2 superstars, and they got a team full of role players that play their role. I just feel like Dallas outmatched, and then I also feel like whenever Luka and Kyrie either wasn't scoring or wasn't in the game, the Dallas Mavericks was flat. Because most of the scoring come from those 2 players, as it should, but I feel like the other role players didn't step up when those guys wasn't scoring efficiently, to help the team win.
I 100% agree with that. Boston just got more scored. They got more scoring. They do. Cause like you say, if Kyrie or Luka ain't scoring, man, it's third. The next option will be who would you say would be the third option on Dallas? PJ Washington. Hardaway Jr. It's just a drop off when it comes to that third score for Dallas. Boston got a legit at least four solid scores, maybe even 5. You know what I'm saying? More depth, more size. the thing with Dallas, they was getting behind early in these games. If you look at all 5 games, besides game 4, the one they blew them out, they just getting behind. That first half of them games, getting behind. Even game 3 in Boston, they was down by a lot. Your second best player on the team, 15 ain't gonna. It's not. It's not. Kyrie should have been. He 2, he's got 16. That ain't enough for your second best player.
Yeah,
you know
I
this.
agree. I mean, when you're going up a team like the Celtics, when you're going up against a team like the Celtics, you got to score 25 plus really. And if you look at the way the Mavericks is set up, they don't have role players, knockdown shooters. Like the Celtics got. The Celtics got a roster of 1 of 15. And another thing too, the Celtics didn't even have Porzingis most of the series play. So they had Porzingis. This probably would have been a sweep or whatever.
Yeah,
It would have been a sweep if they would have had Porzingis. I mean, the Celtics just had too much firepower, and then another thing too, Drew Holiday. The addition of Drew Holiday really would put them over the top because the Celtics always had winning records for like since Tatum and Brown been there. They just couldn't get over the hump. Like Drew Holiday, a proven winner, proven defensive player, can get you 18, 20, can knock down some shots. You know what I'm saying? He was clutch for the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? In regards to that, so Drew Holiday got to get some praise too because at the end of the day, they traded Marcus Smart and they traded some other guys to get him. And the Celtics, I'm not gonna say gamble, but they made the right move to bring him in. The game was already.
And my thought on it.
Yeah. And the last topic we're gonna talk about, we just want to get on here and just talk for a little sec. I think Jaylen Brown is the Celtics' best player. I know some people gonna be like, you crazy, da da da. But if you look up the last years, Jaylen Brown has knocked down a lot of clutch shots for the Celtics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whenever Tatum don't score or Tatum go on a cold streak, Jaylen Brown, he steps his game up to another level. Now, that's not to say Jason Tatum is not a great player. He is a great player. But we've seen time after time how Jaylen Brown, in clutch moments, he keep the Celtics alive. We saw it last year against the Heat when they was down 0-3. You know what I'm saying? Jaylen Brown and White, kept them in the series. Jason Tatum didn't really put his foot on the neck like he's supposed to. So I just feel like Jaylen Brown then. And then another thing, you said, I feel like Jason Tatum, he's more of just like a natural scorer. He gonna get you to 25, 30 points per game. But I feel like Jaylen Brown got more to his game. He can dunk on you, play defense. You know what I'm saying? Dribble the basketball, can shoot a little bit. He can foul a little bit. He look for his teammates. I just feel like Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown got more of a complete game than Jason Tatum. Like I said, that's not saying Jason Tatum's not a great player. I'm just saying look at clutch moments and who carries the team on their back when they need the most. I'm not talking about regular season. I'm talking about in the playoffs. The last couple of years, Jaylen Brown has done that, and so I just feel like those two players, they complement each other. And I feel like Jaylen Brown, when he comes to the playoff situation, clutch situation, he always does, and he always make the right play or knock down a clutch shot.
Yeah, well, I mean, all your points been proven. I mean, he just won Finals MVP, but Tatum, he just won Finals MVP. So I mean, that says he's the best player. I mean, but actually, Tatum had a high points per game this Finals. He had like 22.8. Brown had like 20 point something. So Tatum had a higher points per game. But if you look at it, these 5 games, it do seem like Brown was more valuable. He done a little bit more. To be honest with you, in these 5 games, I think Tatum, Tatum was held to like, I think, below 20 in like 2 of the 5 games, if I'm not mistaken. And Brown, he was more consistent in these finals. they both great players. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Like Batman and Robin. They've been together their whole career, right? They've been together, right? All 7 seasons. They've been together all season. So I think before it's all said and done, I think these two players should get another championship before they could. They definitely will be. They'll get another one.
Yeah. They will.
They will get another one. I do believe that. And the thing is, I think Jason Tatum. He seemed more athletic. He seemed more shiftier. He seemed more quicker. No, to me, than Jaylen Brown. To me, he do. He seemed.
He more.
Yeah. It's like he float better. It's like he quicker with with his moves and stuff. But everybody got their opinion. I would probably still. I don't know. I probably still might give it to Tatum. I think if they play 1-on-1, I think Tatum will beat him. But we all got our own opinions of things. I'll probably still give it to Tatum. My opinion. Yeah.
It's not a knock on.
Tatum.
I just feel like when in clutch situations, especially high level clutch situations, Jaylen Brown, he's lately. I'm not talking about in their whole career. I'm saying lately, Jaylen Brown has knocked down the clutch shots. At the end of the day, like it just seems like Tatum sometimes he go flat when his shot not going down, his post game ain't going down. He just go flat. It's kind of like he goes invisible. And then Jaylen Brown, he take it upon himself to say, man, I gotta score for the team, But like I said, they both great players. Like it's not a knock on them. I'm just saying, just for us, like, just what I seen, these last couple playoff runs they had, just seems like Jaylen Brown, when the moment is big, it's never too big for him. Not to say Jason Tatum don't make plays in great moments. It just seems like Jaylen Brown, he just time after time he has shown us like, hey, I don't mind making the right play. I don't mind making a defensive stop. I don't mind knocking down a clutch shot. So that's all it is. Like I said, you hate to nobody. That's my opinion. That's why we talking. It's a debate show.
So by you saying all these points that you're giving for Jaylen Brown, so I guess the Celtics, in your eyes, the Celtics made the right move of extending Jaylen Brown and giving him all that money. Would you say that? I mean, that was the right move that you would say?
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, the NBA is a star-driven league. Like it's hard to win a championship without stars. Like, really any league, but I think in the NBA, that means a lot. In the NBA, you gotta have star players, bro. So keeping him, and then I'm sure.
And my thing is on it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty. I thought the Celtics was on. I thought they was crazy giving him all that money last year after they lost to Miami and extended him and all that. I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty. I didn't think that was the right decision. I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of it. But like you said, if they did, the Celtics don't have the best record in the league. They don't win the NBA Finals. And without Tatum, the same thing. Without they don't have the best record. They don't probably win the NBA Finals. So you can say that, but you're right.
They played a good portion of the season too. Porzingis too.
Yeah. But like you say, in this NBA, for the history of the NBA, you gotta have two great players more than likely to win the NBA championship.
Like the minimum, at least two great players. Like, and a bunch of role players that play their role and knock down shots when you need them. Like, and that's what the Celtics had all season, bro. Just we seen it, bro. The best record in the league. Pretty much. Breeze through the playoffs, bro. Pretty much, bro. So we just shit.
Going 16-3, going 16-3 in the playoffs. A lot of people think the Celtics, they had the easy path to the finals. Man, I think no matter who the Celtics played in the Eastern Conference, they would have beat any team in the Eastern Conference. I think if Miami had Jimmy Butler, I still think the Celtics win that.
I
know Indiana.
They did what they had to do.
I know Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell, he missed like the last 2 games of that series. They still would have won that series. Indiana, Halliburton get hurt like he didn't play like the last 2 games of the series or whatever. They still would have beat Indiana, bro. So Dallas, bro. Hey, the best team win, bro. This ain't like football, bro. Football is a 1-game sport. The better team in football can lose, because the ball can go anyways. turnovers, field position, ball control, all of that stuff. Football, you can the better team can still you can lose. For basketball, it's a best of 7 series, and they beat Dallas 4 out of 5 times, bro. They are the better team. They was the best team in this season, bro. They was the best team. If you look at the records, the standings, they won the Eastern Conference by a landslide. The second best team, the Knicks, was like 14 games behind them, bro. Bro, it wasn't even no competition, bro. It was like the Celtics and everybody else in the Eastern Conference, bro. It was like it's like Boston just from tip off to the end. They was hungry. They wanted it more. They hustled more. They just played harder. They just had their mind on that trophy, and they was not letting Dallas win it, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And everything you said is pretty much my take on why the Mavericks didn't pull away with the championship. But at the end of the day, your role players have to make plays when they're called upon. That's just what it comes down to. That's really any sport. Football, basketball, baseball, hockey, whatever. Sometimes role players have to make big plays, and they just the lack of production from the Minnesota series to the finals. It clearly shows.
It wants to say, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Like I said, shout out to Dallas. They got there. They got there. So I know people don't like to do, what I'm trying to say.
Participation trophy.
Participation, like been trying to do that. They overachieved. Then nobody had a Mavericks going like Clippers, the Suns, and Nuggets, Timberwolves. So they pretty much overachieved. But they ran up against the juggernaut, and when you do that, you gotta come with it. And they just couldn't hang in there, man. But man, we just wanted to get on here, man. Just chop it up with y'all, man. Like I said, this is the first episode of many. We got to come up with a name and stuff that. We just want to get on here and chop it up with y'all, man. And talk about the finals and stuff like that, man. Shout out to the Celtics. They got banner number 18. Shout out to them. Shout out to Jaylen Brown for winning Finals MVP. So much love though. But we definitely gonna get up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? I have